Five, not five. 3, 2.
Hello, my name is Monique Jones, and I am the President and CEO of Forefront. I'm excited to share with you what I've learned in my first 100 days on the job. I've been on a listening tour. I have had the opportunity to meet with over 60 stakeholders in the first 100 days, listening to your thoughts, your feedback, and your needs in the sector. Thank you for inviting me into your Zoom offices and Zoom living rooms. My goal for this time was to listen to inform Forefront strategic planning, which kicks off in a few weeks. I enjoyed meeting with you, reaffirming Forefront's purpose and presence in the sector. And I look forward to actually being able to be in community with you face to face when it's safe to do so again. I learned a lot. Let me share just a few poignant moments. There was a great appreciation for Forefront's work for the Democracy Initiative last year. Leading the effort to make sure that Illinois has an accurate count for Census 2020 is highly appreciated by the sector. Amid all the difficulties, I'm proud that Forefront's efforts aided in Illinois having an increased count over our 2010 count. Additionally, we had the most self-reported responses of the top 10 most populated states. During this effort and still today, Forefront is seen as a leader for private and public partnerships. Collaboration and convening is supporting the efforts on the ground to make sure we're having an accurate count. Thank you for recognizing that. We will continue to lean into that work. We also received some constructive feedback, and that is just a curiosity, clarity around who and what Forefront is. This then creates a separate question. What do we do when we decide who or what we are? We will focus on racial equity. The question continues. People want to know, how will Forefront lean into this effort? Do we care about rural philanthropy? People want to know what we will be able to do to close those gaps. How are we going to bridge some of the gaps between our funding partners and our operating nonprofits? Do we have a role in that? Another question that we kept getting is, are we focused on only Chicago, the state of Illinois? What does that look like? So since upgrading from Donors Forum of Chicago to expanding our focus beyond Chicago funders to include operating nonprofits, to our most recent expansion reaching across the state of Illinois, the questions I've received just reflect a desire for Forefront to become the organization that is needed right now in our sector. The curiosity around all of that has created the opportunity for me to assure that my team, staff, and the board all have the same answer to what I call question zero. What are we trying to accomplish? As our mission states, to build a more vibrant social impact sector for all the people in Illinois. The variable in that mission statement is one of strategy and capacity. As the only organization focused on bringing funders, operating nonprofits, and our allies together with the focus on improving the sector throughout Illinois, I'm dedicated to refining what Forefront offers and how we show up for you in partnership with you. To that end, I know that joint concerns are best addressed collaboratively, similar to collective action model. Aligning funders and operating nonprofits around issues in a manner where we are clear on how our organizations can affect change. There's no such thing as your side of the boat is sinking. We must work together. We must help each other to lift the boat. The issues that we all care about that grew larger during the onset and subsequent challenges of COVID-19 really do affect us all. From housing to education to healthcare and everything in between, this entire state, sitting inside of this country, inside of this continent, you get where I'm going. We have to work together, and I'm looking forward to working with our stakeholders as we see each other's success as our own, and we see each other's needs as our own. I'm ready to have the conversations and the hard ones. Looking forward, Forefront will be doing strategic planning. Here shortly, we'll kick off. We're doing an organization realignment to assure that we are meeting the needs across the sector throughout the entire state, ensuring that our talents and our skills internally reflect what we need externally. I'm looking forward to welcoming new board members, reaffirming our partnerships and reaffirming our core values and our place to look at how we do what we do when it's best for everyone. To that end, I want you to stay engaged with us. My listening tour is not over, just the first 100 days is. I want you to make sure you're connected with us on social media, receiving our newsletter, and most of all, please do sign up, register for our virtual summit on June the 22nd. You don't want to miss this conversation with me, Heather McGee, and Grace Hope. Thank you for listening to me. Thank you for welcoming me. And thank you for staying engaged with Forefront.